Welcome to ADHD Whiskey. Matt is the hottest, smartest, and roundest whiskey taster on the planet. Buckle up, buttercups. Swirl a glass and put one down the hatch for the world's top whiskey taster.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Friday night, Friday night. That doesn't sound as good as Saturday night, but it's still Friday night, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Guess what? I got my voice back. Pretty much it's about 85%, I would say. Sorry for only having one video this week. I only put out one video. I wanted to rest the voice. I didn't shoot videos. I just wanted to make sure that I got my voice back because it was starting to worry me a little bit that I couldn't speak. But it's Friday night and my voice is all right. Heck yeah, sons of bitches, not you. The things in my throat causing me not to be able to talk. What is happening? What is going on? Northwest Bourbon's in the house. I want to say hello to everybody in chat. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I know you probably have a million other things to do on a Friday night, so I don't take your being here lightly. I take it very heavily. Very heavily. Pew. Sponsor of tonight's live stream, the magnificent, glorious Alec Bradley cigars. Puff, puff, pass. Am I right? Am I wrong? Friggin' Alec Bradley cigars. Best cigars on the planet and the nicest people to boot. To boot. Adam Shelton's here. Stupid, difficult time zones. Well, thanks for being here early, Adam. 5 fingers, high five. Embellish Pods in the house. Southern Overdrive. 09. He didn't get into the Southern Overdrive game quick enough. There were 8 ahead of him. But 9 is better than 10. Still in the single digits. Am I wrong? Am I right? 33 minutes. Oh, he's way early. Dang. He was in overdrive. Am I right? My mom's in the house. Hey, Mom. Love you so much. Embellish Pod is here. How the heck are you? Wendy Miller. Justin Jenkins. Unif Poke. Woo. DC. The one and only DC. What a glorious man he is. Love me some Daniel friggin' Carter. Jeffrey Rollins is here. Julie L is in his house. Julie, hi. Hope you're feeling well today. I tuned into the end of your live stream last night and was like, good grief. They're still kicking it. And then you blamed me for something. You said it was my fault. I didn't do anything. I sent you a flight of low-proof bourbons. I can't take any responsibility for you rambunctious children after I was done. My word. Bourbon Ballers in the house. Hey, would you blow me's here? Jeff Meagher. That's not right. Jeff is here. Eric Schauman. Steve with an F, not a bad name. Steve. Jeff Perkins is here. Brian Toner. Tim Evans. Shakira Kurz. Dan O.B. Ryan VH. Stands for very handsome, I would imagine. Or very... never mind. Daryl Stokes is here. David Barnes. What the heck is going on, everybody? What is going on? I'm scrolling to the bottom. Patrick Q. Jared Renfro. Matt Kappa, new member of the channel. Thank you so much for joining Top Taster or something, whatever it's called. Andrew Moorhead's drinking the Cooper's Craft right now. That's going to be a part of this flight tonight. Part of the flight tonight will be in Cooper's Craft. Mark Emenecker's here. Sup, Matt? Sup, Mark? Slapshot, Brian Cusco, Derek Patton, Craig Alice, California Q, Mojo, 88, Bass and Bourbon. Bless ups, brothers. AC Jones, MD. What's going on, Doc? Is in the house. Marco Suarez. What the heck? Everybody is here. I didn't get you drunk. Nope. I sent you 5 very low-proof whiskeys. 5 low-proof whiskeys. Bourbon Boss Man is here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. 163 people. Trev is shirtless. Jeez Louise, I got out of there too early. Whiskey Dick is here. What's going on, Bill? I was going to start the night with a 100 proof bourbon in honor of our flight. And then at the last minute, I changed my mind. I said, we're not doing that. Instead, I had my eye on this little Sally. This is Brain Candy. It is the Mash and Journey Shelf Turds WhiskeyChannel.com Obtainium pick. It's a 26-year Canadian whiskey, 156 proof. That'll jumpstart our evening, won't it? Oh, Canada. Pour it in our favorite whiskey encore, Glencairn, Chicharolino. What's up, brother? If you're here, if you're not, that's okay too. Let's kick off the evening right. 156 proof, 26-year-old Canadian light whiskey. Let's give it a spin job. Little Spin J. Little Spin J to start Friday off correctly. Adam, what the heck? My favorite staring at me on the screen, Matt Porter, Cooper's Craft, Sagamore Ryan, Smoke Wagon. Happy Friday, America. Yeah, I just got a package from Sagamore the other day. So I'm going to dive into a few of their offerings shortly, maybe next week. Ooh. On these light whiskeys and corn whiskeys, when they're really high proof like this, the first thing I always get on these is what the heck? Is a rock candy like you get at a carnival or like at a candy store. The ones that are on a stick and they've got the rocks. It smells like just heated up sugar. And I love it. Gary Franchi, have you told us the difference between a bourbon shootout and a bourbon skirmish? A skirmish is usually between two. A shootout, you know what? Whatever. It's a 5-way bourbon skirmish. We'll call it that. Oh, man. I can't believe Trev got all shirtless tonight. Bourbon was sent by shirtless Trev? Jeez Louise. Tyler, you never know. Mine is more of a before picture kind of situation. Trev is more like a what you get on the other end of a healthy diet and exercise routine. And I would imagine some vegetables. Probably some vegetables happening over there as well. Todd's got the same shirt on here. Also 49 days and counting till Whiskey Weekend Batch 4. Can't wait for that. I'm super excited. For Whiskey Weekend Batch 4. I think there are still some tickets remaining. I think some opened up is what happened. They were spoken for. Then some people couldn't make it. So I still think there are some left on whiskeytainment.com. Cheech is gigging right now. He's gigging. I'm gigging. Justin Jenkins' money is on the Rebel Yell. Possibly. Okay, well, let's say this, though. The Rebel Yell I love Rebel 10 year, but this single barrel is not the best one I've had. So we'll put it that way. 26-year corn whiskey, but it was aged in used rye barrels. Now that you say that, power of suggest, Dan, I like to call it. Dan likes to play that game. Maybe I can see that, maybe not. Wow. Woo. Pin me down and pluck my eyebrows. That's powerful. Wow. Good gravy. Good grief. Good night. Wow. Georgia. That's a lingerer. That's a potent bugger. Went into that a little too confident and hit me right in every part of my mouth. It hit me every part, everywhere there. Whew. Dang it. I think it was too big of a sip. And for my first sip of the day. Yeah. Little bit. Caramel. It's caramel and rock candy. For sure. I do like it. Thank you, DC, for the sample of this. I wasn't able to get in on a bottle. I was too late. But I'm excited to say that this is really good. Good job, guys. Tom W. says, when does Matt Madness start? Great question, Tom W. And I have an answer for you. And not only do I have an answer, but I have some breaking news. Somebody give me some breaking news music. Beep beep boop 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 beep 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 boop 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 beep boop 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 boop. Breaking news. Matt Madness starts. Not tonight. Not next week, but February 25th is the kickoff of the 2022 Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational. And not only that, but the opening round is set. The opening for the first, I'll tell you who's going to go on the 25th. On the 25th of February, Brian Bikey from Abandoned Bourbon, from Drew P's Thursday night streams, Brian Bikey, from what the heck is their podcast called? My brain doesn't work all that well when I'm only one sip deep. Once it gets lubricated, full steam ahead. The Entry Proof Podcast, I think it's called. Yes. Abandoned Bourbon, Brian Bikey. Clifton from Bourbon Bites. And Perry from This Is My Bourbon Podcast will go head to head in the opening round of Matt Madness on February 25th. February 25th it is. Am I prepared for it? Oh, hell yeah. It's going to be a great tournament. A tournament of champions. And by champions, I mean me and Grease, unfortunately, and whoever is going to win this year. Mark, she can't. My mom's tried forever to keep me in line. She can't do it. Jeff with a $5 super chat. Hit the like button, people. Cheers, Matt. Thank you, Jeff. The like button does help. I'm not going to tell everybody to hit it all the time because what's the point? There's so many comments here, like Scott Moody talking to OMJ. And if I said hit the like button instead of reading that, then I wouldn't even have read that. Or something. It's kind of a bad whatever. Oh, man. Jeez. Wow, I'm way behind again. I am way behind. Oh, boy. Grease cheated, says Johnny 5. That's what I heard. But this year we'll see how well he does. As a matter of fact, he got a bye to the finals, but who knows? Who knows if that'll hold up? We might just get mad and just kick him out of the finals. We might just put him in the losers bracket or something. I don't know. Bourbon Wrench, Trev is part of Matt Madness. He will be competing the following week on March 4th, I believe. So far we have Trev and shoot. My brain. Come on, Matt. Work your brain good. And David from the Shelf Turds. I mean, whiskeychannel.com and Trev will be competing on the 4th. But we had one of the contestants who was chosen last week to compete tell me, thank you, but no thank you. Your competition sucks, and I'd rather jump off a 50-story building than enter again this year. And I told Scott from my bourbon journey, I understand, Scott. So therefore tonight, midway through our stream tonight, we will choose his replacement. Scotty's replacement will be chosen tonight with the random wheel of wheels and randomness. Trev still shirtless. Very nice. All right, down the hatch with the rest of this. Wow. Ooh. It really puckers your pickle. Wow. Will we be seeing the sweater vest again? Absolutely. The sweater vest comes out when all seriousness needs to be taken. Tonight, no sweater vest. On the 25th, oh, so much sweater vest. So much. Trev took off his pants. All right. That's good to know. What a guy, that Trev. It's now burning my esophageal glands on the way down. Wow, that's a potent bugger. Julie L. Average. Hey, Dara's in the house. What's happening? Bob Belkovac says he was not happy. Agrees about being pushed to the finals. Are we wagering in Matt Madness this year? Put up a bottle or shut up. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's see here. Just send Reed's completely different set of samples as everyone else so he gets all the answers wrong. That's pretty funny. My tummy's warm now from that brain candy. I'm facing David. I'm going to buy Fireball tomorrow. Yeah, so I didn't tell everybody who they were facing off against yet. I thought it'd be fun just to I need to make sure that everybody can compete on the same day before I announce it. But we have the first day set and 2 out of the 3 for the second round, or the second part of the first round, the second leg, the second bracket. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe brackets. Ooh, it's Dave Just Dave says some Magic Toast and a Yugadale for Sunday. Oh yeah, Super Bowl's this Sunday, huh? It's friggin' Super Bowl. I don't even care about it at all. 0%. 0%. But I think I'm going to my brother-in-law's house to watch it, which will be fun. I will say go team and probably chase children around. At Arthur Hughes is in the house. What's going on, Arthur? 280 people in chat. Heck yeah. Heck yes. Thank you guys for being here. And gals, thank you all for being here. Tonight we're doing a flight of 100 proof whiskeys. I chose 500 proof bourbons, and I wanted to see how they stack up against each other. We have Rebel 10-year, which is a single barrel, 100 proof. Smoke Wagon Small Batch, 100 proof. I think Smoke Wagon Small Batch is really good, but how good? How good is it? E.H. Taylor, single barrel, the obvious favorite going into this. Then Cooper's Craft 100 proof. And John J. Bowman Jingleheimer Smith, single barrel, 100 proof. Who do you think is going to win? Which one? I don't even know. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a barn burner. But I would say that, did I say 500 proof? I meant to say 100 proof. But if I said 500 proof, we'll go with that too. Rebel 10, good but drying. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think it's good. I think Rebel 10 is really good. What did Abby Who Ink say? Bubble Bath Bourbon. That's a good idea. Give us an empty bracket so we can guess the winners beforehand. That makes sense. That's a good idea. We could do that. Heck yeah. Smart thinking. Hey, Shane Long's in the house. What's going on? Story time. We share the brackets so we can play? For sure. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. I'm going to talk to David and Kira because they did their Mash Madness last year. And they had a bracket where people could choose the winners and stuff. So that'd be fun. I'm going to see. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to reach out to them and find out how they did that. Because I don't know how they did it. But however they did it was really cool. It was like a form. Then it sent your answers to them. So I'll do that. That'll be a lot of fun. Bowman single barrel is good. I think so too. Oh, Mike. What a guy. I think we all win because you are here, Matt. Shut up. You shut up. Friggin' Mike. That sounded like a Subaru outside. Could tell because it was like the Boxer engine and then a little bit of a blow-off valve at the end. Just driving around the neighborhood, boosting around. No big deal. Slow down. Blank brackets you shall receive, Abby. And you can ink them up as much as you want. You can ink them all up. All right. What else did I want to talk? I wanted to talk about something else before we got into this flight. if I were I can't even think of the word. That's how an organized man, I would have written it down, but I did not. I didn't. No, Mark, it wasn't a track hawk. I could tell. Well, first of all, there was a blow-off valve, so it was turbocharged, and it sounded like a Boxer engine. Had to be a Subaru. There is a Trackhawk in this little subdivision, though, and I think that it's meant to be repossessed or something, because one day they were outside spraying it red, like a matte red in the driveway with just no precaution. I was like, who just paints a car in the driveway? I don't know. I would imagine he's just trying to fool whoever's trying to recover it. Maybe I'll recover it. That's a good idea. That's how I'll get my Trackhawk. I'll wait for the tow truck, and then I will be like, who do I need to call? Wheat! I want one so bad. Wheat! All right. What did I want to talk about? No idea. Maybe I'll think of it as we go. Oh, hey, is Whiskey Mountains in chat? Adriana, are you in chat? I want to run something by all you guys. There's 300 people in here, so this is a good feel. This is a good feeling out process. I've got an idea for Matt Madness, but the way I've got it worked out, I think is cool, but I don't want it to not be cool. I don't want to offend anybody or make anybody. I don't want people to be like, that's stupid, you shouldn't do that, or that's offensive, you shouldn't do that, or because it's 2022 and I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore what's a good idea or what's a bad idea. But there are seven girls, gals, females, women, ladies in Matt Madness this year. And what I was thinking was putting them all in the bottom part of a bracket so then they can just battle each other out. I thought it'd be fun for them to all go against each other and then have them move on to the semifinals. I thought that would be a good idea, a cool idea. But I also don't know if it's a good idea or if they if that's something where they're like, you know what, we want to compete against guys. I'm not saying guys are better tasters. That's not true at all. But what I'm saying is I thought it'd be cool to have them all against each. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. And then it'd be a cool evening for ladies. Is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? I want to make anybody mad by doing it that way. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Well, Dara, you will compete against the guys eventually. But I'm glad that you said that, competing against guys, because I can mix everybody in, or I can just have daily, annual, weekly says bad. Like the idea. Ladies have, but if you put all the women in one bracket, it would eliminate the number of women in the finals to a guaranteed one. They wouldn't be guaranteed to make the finals. There wouldn't be that many people. A random placement and women scientifically have better noses, not to say Pat. Yeah, I wasn't saying at all. I was just thinking it would be a fun thing to have, I don't know. But if that's not, mix them. My mom says mix them in. All right, I can do that. Just all for all. All right, I'll do that then. They will be mixed in. Everybody will get mixed in. Another problem I have is actually communicating what I'm thinking in my head. What, I don't know. Obviously I have that problem. I can barely speak. Wendy says mix them in. All right. Let's do it then. Bad, Matt. Sorry. Jeez Louise. It's just a thought, just an idea. I thought it'd be cool, but never mind. All right, let's see here. We're gonna pour these now. I have 5 here, and then we will do a blend. We'll mix them up, and then we'll see which one. We do. So we'll do Rebel 10 in glass A. That's A. And then we'll do, I've got to be careful because this wheel, the spinning wheel, is on top of a cigar box. And if I take weight off of one end of the wheel, they're all going to come tumbling down. America. All right, don't cancel Matt. Jeez Louise. Whoops, is that too much? Oh, perfect. Smoke Wagon will be MB. I shouldn't even have brought it up. Now I feel awkward. Cooper's Craft will go in C because it's Cooper. America. John J. Bowman will go in D. America. And E.H. Taylor Single Barrel. It landed on the carpet. Whew. That was close. E.H. Taylor Single Barrel, America, will go in E, America. America. All right. That was close. Because of the carpet, there's not much carpet there, but it barely landed on the carpet. That was going to be loud. I thought that was going to be very loud. No. Oh, I'm clumsy tonight. Clumsy man. Clumsy guy. Okay, don't fall. Don't fall. All right. We're okay here. Hey. I don't even know. Whatever. All right, I'm going to mix them up. Spin jobs all around. Spin jobs all around. There it goes. All right, scratch them. Back when Matt Wahlberg was Matty Matt. This is how we used to make something. I don't know. All right. Now I'm putting them in random order in the flight board. And we will label them randomly 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 2 didn't stick. Come on, 2. There it goes. Now it's on there. All righty. Thank you, Julielle, for the amazing spin board. I freaking love that thing. I didn't write down which ones were in which location, so that could be a problem moving forward. There, put them there. Sorry, I just had to do that. DJ Matt Porter, what's up? Good thing falling doesn't change your palate. Blame all the women for getting me fat. No, it was just an idea. It was a bad idea, but it wasn't. in my head, I thought it'd be fun to watch them together in a Matt Madness thing together. Like, in my mind, it would just be, I don't know. But it was a bad idea. And that's why I asked. Can you live in Matt's garage? You wouldn't want to. It's not very nice. It's all just a show. You wouldn't want to live here, OMJ. All right, let's do a little bit of water and then get into the flight. I'm dropping everything as we go. All righty. Glass number 1. Stag juice. Why does that smell weird? It smells like grapefruit juice. A little bit of grapefruit juice. Grapefruit juice and some like fermented fruit. A little bit of fermented fruit on glass number 1. Huh. This one's different. I'm not familiar with this. It's very strange. I would say that this has got to be something. I mean, I don't drink any of these a ton. I'm not going to try to guess what they are. I'm just going to experience it. So far, the nose on this is not my favorite. No, none of these are finished. None of these are finished whiskeys. The John J. Bowman is just a straight bourbon whiskey, single barrel, 100 proof. And none of the other ones are finished. Huh. The nose on glass 1 smells it almost smells crafty, which is weird. It almost has a bit of a craftiness to it. Huh. Let's go in for a taste. Glass number 1. Creamy, sweet, citrus, some orange peel, maybe like the pith of an orange. Little bit of a green grape. Definite ethanol. Definite zing of ethanol. Not bad. Not bad. That's not exactly what I would go for like my favorite flavor profile. It's a bit off of my road of jams. It's like a side road, I would say. Still good though. Still good. Finish lingers a little bit, but the finish flavor isn't necessarily the best flavor. The flavor on the finish there is a little bit of grapefruit and a little bit of fermented fruits on the finish. Oh, Tyler Smith drinking some 1910. All right, glass 2 smells very nice. Glass 2 smells. Ooh. Glass 2 is more of a traditional bourbon, lots of brown sugar. Ooh, lots of like a bread. It's like a bready brown sugar. It's like an elephant ear you get at the fair with like the powdered sugar and the butter that's deep fried and so good. A little bit of maraschino cherry. This is more up my road for fantastic, delicious, wonderful bourbon notes. I like it. Let's go for a sip. Based off the nose, I was expecting a bit more impact, a bit more flavor. It's sweet. It's a bit flat. It's kind of like a flat cola, like an oak cola. There's some oak there, but it's flat. It's not exactly exploding with flavor. Sweet, There's a bit of barrel spice on the back of the tongue that's lingering around. Not bad. I like 2 also. This is going to be an interesting flight for sure. Going to be very interesting. Let's see here, chat. What's going on in chat? I'm sorry, I ignored you for a minute. Just trying to get my bearings back. I can't believe that bottle didn't break. It was a bold move not breaking. Bob is drinking a Knob Creek single barrel. Nice. DC says that's each Taylor single barrel or John J. Bowman. Possibly. And Tom is drinking some Larceny Barrel Proof. That batch is so good. That new batch of Larceny Barrel Proof. So stinking good. Like it. New haircut. Yeah, I got a haircut. I asked for a hard part again. A different person cut it this time, of course. And not exactly a hard part, but good enough. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Way better than the shaggy mountain man look I was rocking for a bit. All right, I'm going to get into glass 3. And after I do glass 3, we are going to spin the wheel to see who will be invited to take Scott's place during Matt Madness. Oh, okay. Toast. Vanilla icing, like a vanilla frosting. You guys ever put vanilla frosting on graham crackers? I did that when I was little a lot. Don't tell my mom, because I was so fat and I just wanted something sweet. And I would take vanilla frosting and spread it on graham crackers. That's what this reminds me of. Vanilla icing, a little bit of graham, some toast. Kind of smells like a French toast stick that you'd pop in the toaster a little bit. It's very bakery. It's got a very nice bakery nose to it. Ooh, maybe like a apple, some sort of apple strudel or something. There's some apple on the nose here. You guys did did you really do the frosting on graham crackers? That's awesome. Hell yeah. All right, down the hatch with glass 3. Ooh, glass 3 is very well balanced. Very well balanced, oily. It's really sticking to every part of my mouth. Lots of traditional bourbon notes here. A lot of brown sugar. A little bit of sweet oak. Definite cherry. It's funny because 3 glasses in, and I have no idea which one is. Like, I don't have I'm not targeting that one thing could be one. Like, I don't know. This one's confusing, and that's a flight that I like. I like a flight where I don't know what is what when I'm drinking it. So this is fun for me. Makes the results that much more interesting. Glass 3 is super solid. I would say it's very well rounded, very well put together. Lots of traditional notes, and might be the leader in the clubhouse so far. Could possibly be. She knew. She did not. Whatever. Fibber. My mom's lying. She's lying. I just read the weirdest comment on there. What is that? Dustin, what the heck are you talking about? Oh, yeah, that's a weird comment. I read it in my head 3 times. but we don't know. I don't know idea what you're talking about. My mom's a lion. Oh, she's lying. She's lying for show. Let's do the old spin job. Let's do the old wheel here. Because I really want to know who's going to be in that madness this year. I think, you know what? I need to check something really quick on my phone because we might be doing 2 spins. Yeah. We're going to do 2 spins because one person couldn't do it and one person hasn't answered me. And I need to get this bracket finished. So we're gonna fill the spots tonight. Let's do this. All right. I need to go to the wheel. Got the wheel here. It's ready to spin. Gonna share the screen. This is for a spot in Matt Madness. Here we go. Share screen. Share Chrome tab. Wheel. Sharing that. There it is right there. Boom. Right there. All right. Let's give it the old spinaroo. All right. Who will be joining us in Matt Madness 2022? Here we go. It is. Who's it going to be? Curiosity Public. I'm going to reach out to Curiosity Public and see if one of those 3 gentlemen would like to represent their channel and be involved in this year's Matt Madness. Congratulations, Curiosity Public. You guys probably don't want to do it. You guys are California cool. But I would love it if you did. I'd friggin' love it if they did. All right, next spot. One more spot on the wheel. So it was so I asked Kyle from Bourbon Blind if he wanted to do it this year. He said yes. And then I asked if if his wife Erin wanted a spot because she was a part of it last year. And they didn't say yes or no. And it's been a week. So offer expired. Maybe next year. So let's do a spin for the last spot of Matt Madness. Uno, dos, tres, spinaroo. Here we go. Story time. Shane Long. If Shane wants to be a part of Matt Madness, he's got a spot. Awesome. So we've now selected the two fill-ins. Let me write these down so I don't forget. We had Curiosity and Story Time. The Schlong Man himself. From what I understand, Aaron is on a diet that has no alcohol. Oh, I did not know that. They didn't tell me. They just did not answer me. So thank you, David, for letting me know. Now I feel like it was an all right thing for me to do to give her spot away. All right. Still no Drew. Yeah. Drew didn't hit, and neither did Lifetime Whiskey, and they both had a bunch of spots on the wheel. No disrespect to Matt, but these aged in or BJ glasses are nice. Oh, yeah, I got some of the aged in or neat glasses. I got a couple of those, and they are awesome. I do like them a lot. If either of those spots reject, screw the spinning next time. Put on the likes. I'm just trying to make it as fair as I possibly can. Bourbon, Curiosity Public got a spot, as did Storytime, Shane. Ooh, glass 4 is a little bit nutty. Glass 4 is sweet and nutty, almost like a honey roasted peanut. But wow, it's actually, the more I smell it, the sweeter it's getting. It almost smells like those almonds you get at the carnival or the fair that come in the triangle plastic tubes. They're covered in sugar and cinnamon. Yeah. Like some carnival almonds. But wow, there is a significant nuttiness on here. Strange. Strange, I say. But good. It smells very good. Let's go for a sip. Ooh. Sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. I said the other one tasted like an elephant ear. This one might be more elephant ear. But this one's lacking spice that 3 had. This one's more sweet than spice. Coats the mouth really well. The finish seems to dissipate much quicker than glass 3. At first, it was really good, but then kind of just went away. Dang it, glass 4, you had so much potential, and you ruined it with your asshole finish. Sorry, Mom, but it was an asshole finish. It was a jerk. It just stopped. It stopped working. It's like, hey, finish out the day, would you? Come on, put in a good solid 8. Put in a good solid day's work. Finish strong. You know, we're not gonna shut it down at 4 p.m. Let's do the extra hour. Let's make sure we, boss will be happy. But no, it gave up at 3:30 p.m. and you know what? Boss noticed. The boss noticed for show. Bourbon Junkies, I'm editing a video that we really give those notes in, so that's scary. I'm editing a video that we literally give those notes in, so that's scary. What's going on, Bourbon Junkies? I'm guessing Dan. Freaking love you. And if it's Sean, go to hell. But I love you too. Got to play up the shtick with Sean, I guess. Taste and Sensibility, thank you for the super chat. Never have I seen Larceny Barrel Proof on the shelf. The regular Larceny is just okay. I don't really like regular Larceny anymore. When I first got into bourbon, I thought it was pretty good. Larceny actually, I was able to pick, like when I first started tasting bourbon, Larceny was one of them where I was like, oh, this actually smells like this. I could pick notes out of it. But the more bourbon I started tasting, the less I liked Larceny. Larceny Barrel Proof, I don't see on the shelf either, except for this mountain store. A couple weeks back, I walked in and boom, on the shelf out of nowhere, there it was. So that was a happy accident. Oh, it's Sean. That's good too. You know what? Dan's probably busy playing video games on the internet. That son of a bee. Probably in video games. I'm glad Sean's here. Sean, I love you. What a guy. What a guy, that Sean. Not really, but Anyway. Bourbon, likes should be in it. No loss not having Drew. What's the problem with Drew? What's the deal with that? I need to know, because there has been several instances where I've noticed that, where it's been like kind of like talking bad about Drew. And I like Drew. Drew's a great guy. And are you guys like friends and you're just poking fun at him? Because I've seen it a lot. But I mean, if you're not friends and you're just talking shit about somebody, then that needs to stop, because it's not okay. You have to love Sean from the Bourbon Junkies. They come as a pair. I do love Sean. I love Sean a lot. Like a lot. But I got to give him crap, because that's the way it all started. Glass 5. Glass 5 reminds me more of glass Whichever one had like a crafty note to it. That's what this one smells like. A little bit crafty, a little bit sweet and sour. Maybe a little bit of like a sweet and sour sauce. Actually, a little bit. It's pretty tangy. That's the right word. Tangy. Tangy. A little bit of a tang on the nose. Hey, Mark Bionda's in the house. Early Times Bottled and Bond. Old bottle. How are you? I'm good, Mark. Thanks for being in here. Appreciate it. I literally just opened Twitch to see if he was streaming getting murdered. Is he streaming? I bet. Backpedal, I know. There's something else kind of like in the like beyond the tanginess, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe a little. It's maybe the tanginess is citrus, but then maybe it's just like a very like powerful citrus. I don't know. All right, let's go down the hatch with glass 5. I mean, glass 5. Flavor good, a bit thin. It's really good, but it's a bit thin. It's got the tanginess kind of traveled over to the palate. Sweet and tangy and thin. But it seems to be well balanced. It's not like off in any sort of way, but it's not the best of the flight. That's for sure. It might be top 3. No, I don't know. Glass 5 has me confused. I don't know what the heck's going on there. I like it. I do like it. It's just missing something. There's something missing there. The finish is kind of bitter. A little bit of a bitter finish. Let's see here. That's a funny face. Andrew says, I'm Drew and I think I'm cool. You are. You're so cool. Whiskey Schwams. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Storytime says, what's going on in here? Shane, do you want to be, you were just selected to take part in Matt Madness. Are you interested, sir? Are you interested? DC says, that's Cooper's Craft. John, thank you. Hickson just became a Patreon member. Thank you, John. Friggin' John Hickson. Appreciate you, buddy. That's really, really nice of you to do that. All right. My throat getting a bit scratchy. Getting a bit scratchy. Storytime says, shake my head. Must be desperate for competitors. Yeah, you weren't our first choice, but we do what we got to do, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'd love to have you. Love to have you on, Shane, if you are willing. If not, then you can go to hell. But I would imagine you'd be a great competitor. By the way, Shane Long, Storytime, smartest man I've ever met. Smartest man I've ever met. DC, tangy notes come from the oak. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question because there's some bitterness that comes with oak, but usually when it's a bitter, tangy oak, you can tell that it's oak. So I wonder if this tanginess comes from oak or not. Storytime's ready to rumble. All good. That's awesome. Very, very happy. I'll tell you about it off stream, not friends. I do need to taper it off, but I'm bad at doing so. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it at all. Some wise man once said that, I think. Gary Franchi, Martin. Yeah, Andrew, I took a week off of shooting videos and stuff, and the voice is coming back, slowly coming back. So I feel good about that. Hopefully it lasts through the night and then the weekend and everything, and we're all good. I was a little bit concerned for a while. Going back to glass 4. This one is the nutty one. Sweet nuts. Oh, dang. Glass 4 is so good. It goes away. It doesn't have much of a finish. It doesn't linger around a ton. It's still going a little bit. But the initial burst of flavor is ridiculous. It's so stinking good. It's like biting into just the best fried dough. Such a good palate on that. Nose is good. Palate is good. Viscosity is solid. But the finish is lacking, which is a bummer. A little bit of a bumski. Dave R. Cheers. Just after taking a sip of Jack Daniel's Coy Hill, I received an emergency call from work. Sucks to be the expert. Oh, that's a bummer. Hopefully everything's all right. Hopefully it's not like super important or anything that you need to go anywhere for. My dad told me never trust a man that says trust me. That's actually pretty solid advice too. Or, yeah. Yeah. Dan says that explains no 1 ounce Wednesday this week. Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. To be totally honest with that one, I did shoot. There was a 1 ounce Wednesday that I had shot, and I started editing it, and it sounded so bad. Like I couldn't edit it and put it out. My voice was so shot. And it's like, I get it because there's a lot of you who know what's going on and know that like I've been sick for friggin' ever and that I've lost my voice. So a lot of you know, but then if people see that video for the first time, they're like, what the heck is up with this guy? It's not that he's choosing not to talk. He just can't talk at all. So I took the week off as far as shooting more videos. I could have shot another 1 ounce Wednesday, but I just decided rest the voice and come back strong next week. That's what I'm going to do. February coming hard. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Whiskey Dick says, I got a case of Cooper's Craft 100 ordered. A case, dang. Amazing juice for the price. Absolutely. Unif Poke, I'm going to do a 1 ounce Wednesday for the Barrel Seagrass, the 16 year. I will do a 1 ounce Wednesday of that. I still have some left from the sample. Oh, now glass 3 is super solid. Glass 3. Wow. I'm like, I don't want to guess what anything is, but this one is like, I think glass 3 is the standout. Like this one is like head and shoulders above the rest a little bit. So I'm wondering if this is the E.H. Taylor, but I'm not sure because a lot of the notes aren't, how do you put it? Like it's not obvious Buffalo Trace juice. I hate when I say juice. I try not to say that. It's obviously not a Buffalo. Nothing about this screams Buffalo Trace distillate. That's better. Yeah. 3 is super. The nose on 3 is fantastic. Now, since these are all around the same proof, they're all the same proof. You're not getting that variation where it's like the spike in proof. It's like a part of these are all the same. Like they kind of hit the palate the same alcohol wise. So there's no advantage to a higher proof bourbon here. That's literally how they're actually acting on the palate. 3 is good. 3 is solid. The nose on 3 is head and shoulders above the rest. But the palate and the finish, the experience, the tasting experience there's nothing in this flight that would make you say, I would pay, multiple times. Like nothing in here is way worse or way better than the rest. They're fairly close. So that means that the E.H. Taylor single barrel that's in this flight somewhere, I mean, it's not worth what people are willing to pay for that bottle. It's good. It's really good, but it's just not, it's not a standout crazy whiskey. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I'm blabbing and not reading chat. Have I seen an ear, nose, and throat doctor? Not yet. If this comes back, if the throat issues come back, I'll ask to be seen by somebody else. But no need for it yet. Alec. Hi, Matthew. Can't wait to give you a bear hug. I'm going to give you a bear hug. Bare naked. Just kidding. I'll be wearing triple extra large clothing. Thank you, Alec, for being in here. Appreciate it. Thank you for sponsoring the live stream and the channel. What a guy. Friggin' Alec. What a man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. It's just Alec Bradley. Cigars. Alec Rubin, his brother and dad, Alan Rubin. His dad seems like a gentleman, like a real life gentleman. People could just say whiskey instead of juice. I agree, Wigmaster. When I said it, I immediately regretted it. Super agree about not calling it juice. Logan, yeah, me too. When I said it, I made myself cringe. That might be the first time I've said juice, maybe ever. What's happening to me? All right, glass 2. Man, does 2 smell better than 3? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a Fred Minnick. Glass 2 might have a better nose than 3. These are similar, but different. Let me say this. Either one of them is E.H. Taylor and one of them is the John J. Bowman, the single barrel, because they're both Buffalo Trace distillate. Or one of them is E.H. Taylor and the other one is the Smoke Wagon, the MGP, because I sometimes get those noses confused. And if these two are MGP and Buffalo Trace side by side, that would make so much sense. I think, man, glass 2 smells so good. Super cherry, super vanilla, super sweet, super sexy. Oh, man, the nose on glass 2 makes me want to do dirty things. Huh. Also, a little bit flat. 2 and 3 are very similar. 2 and 3 are very similar. The nose on 2 also screamed crazy goodness. But then the palate was a little bit of a letdown. The finish is good. Maybe not quite as oily as 3. I think we have a showdown for a winner here between 2 and 3. Unless, of course, glass 1 comes out swinging. Just swinging fists left and right. Single barrel 100 proof is a good, yeah. I need to pick up a bottle of that. I haven't had a bottle of the regular single barrel Four Roses in a while. E.H. Taylor is whiskey of the year per the experts, which is weird because it's a single barrel product. So I don't know how it could get whiskey of the year. The podcast, sorry. Sorry, I'm late, buddy. What's happening? I'm guessing that's the Grease. If you guys didn't see the Grease's belt, he is the brand new owner of the 2021 Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting World Championship belt. It's real. It's a real belt. If you haven't seen it, go to the Instagram, the podcast, or is it Grease's Instagram? Either way, it's either on the podcast Instagram or the Grease's Instagram. I think he also posted in the ADHD Whiskey Facebook group. If you're not, is it a member? No, it's not a member. What is it? What do you call yourself if you're part of a Facebook group? I have no idea. I don't know. We have a Facebook group. Go check it out if you haven't, if you're not a part of it. Oh my goodness. The belt is dope. Dope, hey? Is it a dope belt? Oh my gosh, I'm way behind again. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. Subscriber? I don't know. John Higson, you have to admit that the Rebel 10 is a sexy bottle, although the taste can be very inconsistent. So this single barrel I have now is good. It's really good. But the one I had before that was crazy good, like insanely good. The Rebel Yell 10 years before they changed the label, they were putting like older whiskey into those, like 13 and 14 year wheated bourbon, which is super good. Super, super good. I still have an unopened bottle of that that's going to hang around for a while because those ones are crazy. But I agree that the Rebel 10 years are a little bit inconsistent. A little bit. Does the belt go to the next champion or do they get a different belt? They get a different belt. The Grease's belt has the podcast logo on it. It says the Grease on it. It's a personalized belt. So yeah, next year the winner will get their very own gold belt. It's a legitimate belt. It's not like a fake. It's a real thing. It's a real belt. Let's see here. All right, let's go to one. Let's go to glass one. Stella, I wish, yeah. Facebook sucks. Except for the Facebook groups. Facebook sucks. Yeah. Glass one has a bit of a crafty note to it on the nose. A little bit crafty, a little bit funky. It's got a little bit of a funk to it. Wow. Huh. Weird. It almost tastes young. Like it almost tastes like it's a young bourbon, like a very young, like maybe because I'm not getting a lot of grain here, but I'm getting some some new make. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's not the grain I'm getting, but it's just like the new make unaged taste. The rest of them don't have. This has a young flavor profile to it. It's not bad. It's a little bit funky and not the best. Comparing it to glass 5, which I thought was similar. Huh. Yeah, these are a little bit similar. 5 is more tangy. 1 is more youngness. Huh. So let me say this. 5 and 1, both of these they're similar and they're both not the best. Tasting them in this flight compared to other things. When I taste them by themselves, I would imagine that they would be different. You might not pick up on youngness, you might not pick up on the things that are unappealing about them, but when you're comparing them to other whiskeys that are much better, either aged longer or just much more quality whiskeys, or the impurities, not really impurities, what's the right word? The negative things about these two stick out kind of like a sore thumb compared to these other three. So I just trying to figure out which one I like less. Okay. I got my bottom two. Got my bottom two. Ignoring chat again like a jerk, like a big idiot. 348 people in here. Still high five to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Next week on the stream, I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out what we're doing next week. It's going to be a good stream, I promise. This week was a bit thrown together last minute, but I'll have something planned for next week that's going to be good. The following week after that is the beginning of Matt Madness. So if you're in here and there's 350 people in chat, if you haven't seen Matt Madness, what happens in Matt Madness is I send competitors who have YouTube channels or podcasts, I send them a flight, a 4 whiskey flight. And then they taste them one by one and answer questions that I have about those pours. And then they get graded based on their answers. And the person with the highest score moves on. It's a tournament, a whiskey tasting tournament with no funny business, no cheating, no funny business. At least I try to prevent it. It's a silly time. It's a fun and silly time, but it's a good time. And I don't know. It's weeks and weeks worth of tournament entertainment. I have a lot of fun with it. So make sure you come back in a couple weeks. Check out the first round on the 25th of February. My voice is slowly slipping away from me like a biatch. Matt Horn. Hello, Matt. Looking forward to the barrel. Glad to hear your voice is back. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, so there's I picked a barrel, single barrel. I didn't actually pick it. That's not true. It's a lie. There was a barrel, single barrel available for purchase. And this is basically what happened. The Bourbon Junkies got a few samples from Barrel, and they chose one. And then Ryan Alves said, hey, Matt, they said that this one is really good. Do you want to taste it? And do you want to see if you like it? And I was like, absolutely. So I got the sample and I tasted it and I was like, yeah, I want that. So it's a single barrel. It's not, I'm not going to lie and say it's a pick because I didn't pick it. Well, you know what? I did pick it, but I didn't choose it. It's not like my palate chose it amongst you know what I'm talking about. It's a great single barrel and I'm putting my sticker on it and patrons get first shot at it. That's what's happening. Jeez Louise. Like I have to explain it. Like I'm just an idiot. Everyone in the world knows about Matt Madness. All right, Alec. That's not true. That's not true. In the past, whatever many months, we got some more subscribers, some more viewers. Maybe not everybody knows about it, Alec. Everybody in the world knows about Alec Bradley Cigars. No need to sponsor people like the Bourbon Junkies. Those jerks. Just kidding. Sean, if you're still here. Am I watching UFC tomorrow? Yes. Oh, can I make a poll? How do you make a poll? I want to know this. Son of a bee. That's not how you do it. I want to make a poll. How do you make a poll? You know what? Never mind. I'm watching UFC tomorrow. I will be. Alan's in the house. Matt, always great to see you. Maybe going to Colorado in June. Let's get together for drinks. Alan Rubin. I'm super sorry. Let me take a step back. Mr. Rubin, if you're in Colorado, I will meet you for drinks. And I don't know where I was going with that. I would love to. Absolutely. Man, I see pictures of Mr. Rubin on the internet, and I'm like, that guy looks like a guy you just want to sit with and pick their brain. And by pick their brain, I mean stare at and wonder what the heck their life is like. Just smoking cigars, raising children like Alec, whatever. But Alan, Mr. Rubin, absolutely, let me know. And the UFC thing, yes, I'll be watching it. It's a killer sample. I thought so too. It's super good. I've been thinking of doing like a watch along stream where like I put the fight on the projector and I'm watching it, and people who are interested can do a watch along, like a fight companion they call it or something like that. And I've been thinking about doing it for a few fights. If that's something that's interested, if people will watch that with me, I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm sorry, I burped. I want to do that, but I want to know if anybody would actually be in here with me. Who knows? Probably not. Probably a bad idea. Christopher Gable, I got to pick my favorite between glasses 2 and 3. Super Bowl aside, you got to be excited for the halftime show. Who's your fave? Mary J. Alive? Eminem, Dre, or Snoop? Mary J. Alive. Is that Mary J. Blige? Is that what you're saying? Let's face it. Let's everybody who is it's not really old school rap. Snoop is, right? And Dre, but like people who are my age, I'm 37, 36. I'm somewhere in there, in that age range. If you're in my age range and you like hip hop, if you grew up listening to hip hop, then obviously you're an Eminem fan, right? And obviously you listen to some Snoop Dogg. But Snoop Dogg, Snoop's everywhere. I think I saw Snoop doing a commercial for MeUndies, or like whatever you call it. I think Snoop was doing a commercial for like Blue Apron meal delivery. Snoop's everywhere. I'm not excited to see Snoop. The one person on there though, Dre? Oh, hell yeah. Excitement level 1,000,000 if Dre's gonna be there. Like Eminem and Dre together? Absolutely. I'll watch that. I will watch that with my eyes wide open. Like that movie with Tom Cruise. I will watch it so hard. Dr. Dre's kind of like an enigma. I think that's the right word. He's kind of like in the background and doesn't do much. He's like, let me do my thing. And I'm not gonna be in the public eye very much. Well, yeah, he's got some headphones and shit, and he mixes a beat or two, but he's not like out there. Like I see Snoop Dogg every single day. Eminem, yeah, I love Eminem, but I still see him a lot. Dr. Dre, what's he up to? Is he still jacked? Does he still have huge muscles? Did he get fat? Can he still rap? I don't know. I want to see Dr. friggin' Dre. Hells yeah. Three, two. They're so similar. That was a long answer to your question. I'm super sorry. Maybe Alex says, sounds like the barrel chose you and Dan and Sean. No, I think Dan and Sean got a better one. I think Dan and Sean got a better barrel pick, but I still got a really good one. Mary J. Blige. Okay, that's what I thought. Thrasher. What's up, Thrasher? Love you. Give me that tater sticker. All right. Did you see the sticker yet? It's Secret of the Booze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style. Just say it. Does anyone want to virtually watch TV with me or watch me watch TV? That's exactly what it is. Oh no, I'm not going to show. That's the thing, is you can't. I'm not going to show the. I will be watching it while everybody else is watching it. You can't show. Yeah, you can't show the fight. It's just basically watching it together. I'm watching it on my screen, and everybody else would be watching it at home with their screens. Hey, Higson, thanks for the super chat, gangster. Stella says, horrible idea, hashtag not even. Do it. Stella, you confuse the heck out of me. I have no idea. I'd definitely be in for UFC watch along. Hey, the co-main event, Derek Lewis versus Tiabasa, that's a crazy fight. Unless, of course, it's a boring fight. But it could be a great fight. My mom says I'm 37. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate that. Snoop and Mary J. Blige released records today. Snoop also bought Death Row. Wonder if they got some catalog that's... I didn't know that. Definitely a stan. Yeah, for sure. Me too. I think we all are. My wife, when she's in a good mood in the car, she's like, I'm going to rap Eminem, and you can't stop me. And I'm like, all right. And she does it good too. She's actually not bad for no hip hop. Beastie Boy and Dre, but Metallica and Ozzy are where it's at. I mean, Ozzy is like old school, old. Isn't Ozzy like, oh man, Metallica? Yeah, I mean, Metallica's, just different genres, right? Oh man, I'm way behind. What a jerk I am. What's the ABV on your barrel pick? Anything close to 115, and I'm in for 6 bottles. It's basically 117 proof. 117 proof Kentucky distillate. Not sure where it came from. That's why the barrel sticker is Secret of the Booze. I don't know where it came from, like what distillery, but it's Kentucky bourbon, 117 proof, and I won't know the age until I see their sticker on it. I don't know whether I like 2 or 3 more. Man, 3 is good. The finish on 3 has me thinking that 3 is going to be the winner. Try 2. That's so close. Glasses 2 and 3 are so close. Glass 2 is a little bit astringent. It's a little bit ethanol forward. It's not quite as well-rounded as glass 3, but it's very close. I would say that 3 is going to be the winner tonight. 3 will be the winner. Glass 2 was going to come in a very close second place. And it's hard to say whether or not, I mean, man, I think 3 is the better pour. But if you can't, whatever glass 3 is, if you can't get that, glass 2 is absolutely a super solid replacement for whatever glass 3 is. So we're going to do the reveal here in a second. Hopefully I remember what these are, how I labeled them. But I do have a winner. I do have my order. Stella says, it's my ADHD talking. It's confusing. You should definitely do the watch along. Stella, I still don't know whether to believe you. Snoop bought Death Row. I also heard he bought a bunch of real estate in the metaverse on Howard Stern today. Oh my gosh. I hope the metaverse isn't a real thing. Like forever. I feel like I'm too old to learn it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to learn that stuff. I guess if I have to live in the metaverse, I will. Hopefully they got comfy beds and I can sleep in. Dang it. Elijah Craig 18 will get me on the dance floor. OMJ. I need a bottle of Elijah Craig 18. That's one of them that I feel like is obtainable. I just need to have the right opportunity. Elijah Craig 18 is on my hunting list for show. That's one of my goal bottles for 2022 is an Elijah Craig 18. Ooh, Bill. Uh-oh, is my computer freezing? Nope. Bill says, I went a whole tray thinking I was 38 when I was 37. You went a whole tray? As you get older, he doesn't even really matter anymore. When I hit 32, I realized I was getting old, and that was a while back. Jason Terry, your dryer filter cleaner review video was hilarious. My favorite quote, this piece of shit is a piece of shit. So on Patreon, what I've been doing, so from now on, after I shoot a whiskey review, I'm going to review something random. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a movie or a movie character or a TV show that I've watched. It could be a household appliance or a piece of a household appliance. The first one was a lint trap for a dryer. That was the first Patreon random review, but I'm just posting random reviews on Patreon just because for the heck of it. I'll review random stuff like, I don't know, these slippers I'm wearing that are comfortable, but for some reason they stink. And I think that it's the slipper's fault and not my feet. Maybe that'll be my next review. 3 is EHT. What do I win? Well, I don't know. Bill Middleton, 1 EHT, 2 Cooper's Craft. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see the results. So let's get to them. 32, geez, age is relative. Now, looking back on it, it's like 32 is not old. But when I turned 32, I was like, oh, I remember being a kid or a teenager and thinking somebody who was 32 was old. And now I'm 32. And that was like 5 or 6 years ago, however old I am now. Whiskey Edition passed on Elijah Craig 18 at over $200. Maybe I should try to go back for it. I don't even know what MSRP is on an Elijah Craig 18. I have not. My thing is this. I'll see it in a store. I'll see a price, and then I'll Google it. Like, what's MSRP? I have no idea. Let's get to the results. In 5th place was actually Glass 5. Glass 5 is a little bit sour. It's a little bit stingy, a little bit tangy. Has some young notes to it, a bit of a farmy note in there as well. Glass 5 is not bad. It's good. Glass 5 is good. It's just not as good as the rest of them. So Glass 5 came in 5th place. And Glass 5 is letter C, which is Cooper's Craft. I remember saying that Cooper's Craft was in C because it was Cooper's Craft. Like I said, it's not a bad whiskey. I like it, but compared to the other 4, it just wasn't as good as the other 4, except for Glass 1. Glass 1 and 5 could have been flip-flopped. So glass number 1 reminded me of Glass 5. Didn't absolutely love it. Still good. It was a bit farmy. Had a little bit of a funk to it. Not bad at all. It was a good bourbon, but was in 4th place. Wow. I almost said I made the right choice, but number 5 and number 1 are they're interchangeable. If I did this flight again tomorrow, if I did this flight blind again tomorrow, the top 3 glasses could be in a different order, but probably not. I think that the third place would be a solid third. The bottom 2 could flip-flop and the top 2 could flip-flop. So this is a solid 4th or 5th place tonight, but tonight it's in 4th place, and it's B. What the heck did I pour for B? Son of a B. Was it the Bowman? Was that the Bowman that I put in B? I think it was B. I think B was Bowman. I think A was Rebel Yell, B was Bowman, C was Cooper's Craft, or was B Smoke Wagon? Whiskey Dick says Bowman. Thank you. Dang it. Jeez. Whiskey Dick is following along. Thank you so much for following along and helping me out here. Because, yeah, that came in 4th. So the Bowman and the Cooper's Craft were flip-flopped. Those also are... well, no, the Cooper's Craft is the cheapest. It came in last. The Bowman and the Bowman and the Smoke Wagon are about $50 each, I believe. So those are the second least expensive. So from least expensive to most expensive, Cooper's Craft is around $30. The Bowman and the Smoke Wagon are about $50. The Rebel Yell is around $80. And then the E.H. Taylor single barrel retails for $70 or so. But you know how that gameplay is. B Smoke Wagon? So B was Smoke Wagon? B for Bowman? Dang it. Now I'm confused. Hey, Matt, when you pick a winner, could you compare it with the Wild Turkey one-on-one? I don't have one handy, though. I don't have one handy within range. But I might be able to get up and get it. We'll see. Thought it was Smoke Wagon. That's what I thought, too. B was Smoke Wagon. Bob Belkovac, I poured them and forgot to write them down. And we talked about this a while back. Sorry, Bob. Everyone roll the tape back. B was Smoke Wagon. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Nobody knows. I thought it was Smoke Wagon, too. I honestly thought it was a Smoke Wagon. I thought I poured the Smoke Wagon second and confirmed it's Smoke Wagon. All right. No one knows. Pretty sure it was Smoke Wagon, though. We're going with Smoke Wagon. Third place. Third place was glass number 4, and glass number 4 has a ridiculous nose. Dan S. says, Rewind says Smoke Wagon. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for rewinding and checking for me. There was a time at the beginning of this channel where I would live stream and I would write the key down. Or no, somebody would send me a blind flight and then I would put the key somewhere. I'd like put it underneath the computer or somewhere where I would be able to easily find it later. But in my naivete or whatever you call it as a young whiskey tuber, I would get shit-faced and forget where I put the key. So I ended up having to tell chat, hey, at the end of this, if I can't remember where I put the key, this is where it's at. So if you've been around that long, then thank you for being an OG. But there was a time where I'd be sent like keys and I'd have to tell chat where to tell me to find it. Man, glass 4. Third place is glass 4. and it is leaps and bounds better than the bottom two. So it's like this stands out as much better than glasses 1 and 5. So the Smoke Wagon and the Cooper's Craft came in 4th and 5th place. Glass 4 in 3rd place is much, much better. The nose is super good. The nuttiness on here makes me think that it's Rebel 10 year, but we'll see. Oh, hell yeah, that's good. Glass 4, something that's like, that's a super solid daily sipper, even if it's expensive. Man, that's so damn good. Okay, glass 4 is letter A. And letter A was the Rebel 10. So Rebel 10 is 3rd place, which is kind of what I thought based off the nuttiness. That means, which is kind of funny, that the top 2, which I said smelled similar, tasted similar, had similar qualities, were E.H. Taylor Single Barrel and John J. Bowman Single Barrel, which are both Buffalo Trace distillate. The John J. Bowman, 100 proof. It's not a bottled and bond product, but comes from the Buffalo Trace distillery. I guess they redistill it once it gets to Virginia. I don't know. Not a doctor. But very similar, these two top bourbons tonight. And I'm interested to see which one was the best. Oh, thanks, Bill. Thanks for going back and checking. Appreciate it. Eric Thompson says, I was going to say, how can you be among that much bourbon and not be within arm's reach of Wild Turkey 101? It's over there. It's like it's on a shelf, and I'm kind of like what some people will consider to be like boxed in here. I've got a table here, and then a light here. Like there's a light here. Then there's a desk in front of me and another light, and my feet are touching the desk. Basically, I'm too fat to get up and get it. That's honestly the honest truth. Does that hurt for me to say? A little bit. Does that make me feel bad? Like I should probably do something about it? Yeah, it definitely does. But from the bottom of my enlarged heart, that's the honest truth. I feel like if I were to get up and get the Wild Turkey 101, it would be an entire process where I have to move stuff. I have to get up. I have to make sure my butt crack isn't showing, which is an issue sometimes. I have to go get it, come back. It'd just be a whole thing. If I were a skinny man or a fit man, I would be like, let me get up. Oh, if my butt crack shows, it would be a plus. Everybody would applaud if I were Trev Wilson. But in my current state, it might be what some doctors or lawyers or average people would consider to be a turnoff. I don't even have a butt, just a crack. All right. Wow, I'm missing on, geez. Thank you, Mom, for checking again. And then Dieter Lang says, ADHD, Rebel 10 for $80? Not so anymore. It seems the local store had it in stock, and I went in to grab just after you reviewed it, and somehow the price oddly jumped to $109. That's crazy. I can go... There's a couple stores around. Like I can get Rebel 10 for $79.99. I can get Rebel 10 for $80 every day. But that's just because distribution in Colorado, blah, blah, blah. But there's a local store to me where it's $80 and they've got several of them. So whenever I want one, I can just go grab one. But I realize that's not the case for other states or wherever you live. So Gary Franchi went back. A Rebel, B Smoke Wagon. Yep. So that's where we're at. We're coming down to the final two. Nick Foll says we need another decanting episode. I do have a decanter that was sent to me by a viewer, a very generous viewer and patron, a member of the Patreon group, sent me a decanter from It's a Jim Beam decanter from, I think, the 80s. So you know what? Fudge it. I was just going to leave it in the decanter just because, I don't know, for the heck of it. But we can do another decanting. We'll decant a decanter. And that'll be fun. That'll actually be a fun video. It'll be a little bit different, a little bit out of the ordinary. And it'll be a throwback to my very first video I ever released. If you haven't watched that video, it is, I don't know, I had fun making it. That was, wow, 2019, October 2019. I decanted a Jim Beam decanter with, what the heck was it on there? A bird? No, a fish. I don't remember. But I turned the twist top the wrong. I was just a whole thing. Go watch that if you haven't. It was fun. We should do it. We should do that for sure. Whiskey Schwams says, Dickel Tabasco just made me realize my day actually could get worse. That's pretty funny because disgusting. On to Peerless Bourbon and Knob Creek. Small batch 120 though. Cheers, y'all. Whiskey Schwams. Why did you do that to yourself? That Dickel Tabasco is like a party joke. It's something where you're like, from what I understand, people who use Tabasco sauce a lot will say that it reminds them of Tabasco and they can taste Tabasco and smell Tabasco. So if you're a Tabasco person, it's very Tabasco-y. But if you're not a person who uses Tabasco all the time, like me, it literally smells like the sawdust that the janitor put on vomit when you were in second grade. Smells that bad. It's pungent. Pungent. Stuff and whiskeys in the house. Josh and Aaron, a couple of the best. Oh my gosh. I could say so many great things about Josh and Aaron, but I'll just say that I love them. And if you're not watching Stuff and Whiskey on YouTube, you better be. They are great. They are great. Oh, boy. Wow, I got behind a little bit. A little bit, did I? Nick Foles says, let's go. Nick Foles loves rap music, and I love Nick Foles. Bourbon Wrench is still in the house. Now he's wearing nothing. Now Trev is wearing zero clothing. Cletus, thank you so much. Heck yeah. Appreciate it, Cletus. Thank you for being a patron. Thank you for just joining. All right, let's do it. Let's find out which one is which. Stuff and Whiskey says my mom is great. She is. My mom is the best. She is the best. Second place and first place. I put Glass 2 as the runner-up, but I did say that it was very similar, very close to Glass 3, and I really, really enjoyed both of these. Glass 3 was my favorite tonight. The noses on these are remarkable. The palate on 3 and the finish just seem to be a little bit better, a step above Glass 2, but Glass 2 is a great, great backup or replacement for Glass 3. So if the way this is supposed to works the way it's supposed to, that means that the winner should be E.H. Taylor Single Barrel, and the runner-up should be John Bowman Single Barrel, meaning that if you can't get E.H. Taylor Single Barrel, then you should run out and get the John J. Bowman if it's available in your area. The question is that actually how it played out? Or did the E.H. Taylor Single Barrel come in second place? And that's what we're about to find out. Tonight, the winner is Glass 3, and Glass 3 is, drum roll, Jason from the Mash and Drum is here, Cameron from Drums and Drams is here, Trev Wilson also plays the drums, he's here. He's not as fast as those guys, but he's still pretty good. Glass 3 is the winner, and Glass 3 is letter E, which is, of course, the E.H. Taylor. So the not the Cooper's Craft, the John J. Bowman was a very solid runner-up tonight. Super awesome whiskey. I can find this locally for, MSRP. Super good. Super good. I didn't know which one was which because they are very similar. They're very similar. Hashtag Bev is the best. Oh, that'll make her so happy. My mom loves shit like that. If you put in chat Bev is the best, hashtag Bev is the best, hashtag Matt's mom rules, hashtag I love you Bev, whatever, anything like that would probably make her week. She just, I don't know. My mom's great. She's a great person. And I don't know. Sweetheart. A sweetheart. And I love her so much. So thank you everybody for being nice to her. I appreciate that. She deserves every bit of niceness she can get. My dad's an asshole, though. Just kidding. I love my dad too. Just kidding. No, seriously, my dad's awesome too. He's not here. I mean, he'd rather not do that. He's probably looking at boats on the internet, looking at gigantic boats. But that was a joke, Mom, about Dad. I love Dad so much. And my children also love Grandpa so much. So I've been wanting to do a barrel pick sticker. So this is a little bit of inside baseball. And by inside, I mean inside my head. So I've been wanting to do a sticker for a single barrel. And I've been running this through my head for a long time. And I can't quite figure out how to do it. But eventually it's going to happen. And I'm going to send my dad a bottle or 3 of these so that he can enjoy them. But one of my barrel picks in the future, hopefully this year, will be a Koga barrel, like a sticker. So when I was growing up, my dad was an electrician. He just did a bunch of shit. He was a residential commercial electrician. And on his lunchbox, he wrote his name. But his name wasn't his name. He wrote Koga on it instead, Koga. And everybody who he worked with just called him Koga because it was his nickname that he gave to himself. And I want to like immortalize that in a sticker somehow, and I will, because everybody called him Koga, but they didn't know what it meant. And it meant kiss old Gary's ass. And I love it so much that I need to somehow put it on a sticker. Because I remember his lunchbox, it was a cooler, and it just said Koga on it. And I need somehow to work that into a barrel sticker, a barrel pick, because I think it's so funny. Later on, he changed it to kiss old Grumpy's ass, or that's kind of how it transitioned. But I remember people calling and being like, "Hey, can I talk to Koga?" Little did they know he was just telling them to kiss his ass. And I love that so much. And that's the end of that story. Koga lunchbox sticker. I have to do it. I really do. Hashtag Koga. Like it was so funny. Like I couldn't, like, I didn't really, what do you call it? I didn't really like appreciate it until I grew up. But that was the best because people would call and ask for him by name. And like just because they work with him or like, needed to talk to him about something about the job, and they just call him that. And I thought it was so funny. I loved it. All right. So the winner tonight was E.H. Taylor single barrel. If I put E.H. Taylor small batch in here instead of the single barrel, I think we would have seen a different result. I think the John J. Bowman single barrel would have easily come out on top, and the E.H. Taylor small batch would have been maybe 3rd or 4th place. Well, probably 3rd place. I think the Rebel 10-year would have, cars outside driving so fast. I think that the Rebel 10-year would have overtaken the E.H. Taylor small batch, but just didn't have enough oomph to get in the top 2 tonight. Yeah, I think he'd get a kick out of it. I think my dad would get a kick out of it. So I need to figure out a stick or some. I need to get like an illustrator or something working on that. I think that it'll be a good time. All right, we're going to call it a night. This was a lot of fun. He should have a Koga vanity license plate. That's actually true also. He probably should. Going to Louisville in March. Any recommendations? I don't know. I'm not a local there. I've only been there a few times. I would say that, geez, I don't have any idea. I would say drive to Bardstown, get some good food. I don't know. All right, we're calling it a night. This was a ton of fun. I had a blast. My voice, for the most part, stood up. We got 2 new contestants for the 2022 Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational, which kicks off on February 25th. Storytime, Shane Long, and Curiosity Public. Whoever they choose to represent their team will be invited to the Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational. That's going to do it for tonight. My voice is basically shot. Super dry. Justin's House of Bourbon is a definite good stop. They have a lot of stuff that you can buy off the shelf for retail price. They have a bunch of shit that's crazy that is priced crazy. You can also get private tastings, which are awesome if you're going to be there with a group. They have like a tasting bar there, which is fantastic. And right next door to them is the Carters. And I don't know if they'll be open or not there, but it's worth a shot to see. After you stop at Justin's House of Bourbon, go next door to see if the Carters are around. If they're not there, then that's probably the case. They probably won't be there, but they might be. And I would say definitely check them out. Did I miss some? I think I missed something. A super chat from Bob Belkovic. Thanks for a great Friday night. I had fun. This was fun. I had a fun time. This flight was fun. That friggin' 156 proof 26-year-old Canadian light whiskey really got me going. And I am super excited to tell you that I love you. And super excited to tell you that next week when I see you, I'll still love you. Lots more videos coming out. Sorry this week was light on content, but that's just because I wanted to start feeling better and actually have a voice. So next week, be prepared for at least 2 videos, probably 3, maybe 4. Who knows? I might do all 5 days. You never know. I'm a crazy bugger. And I'm not. Well, I don't even know what I was about to say. But what I was going to say was going to be funny, but I forgot. So super sorry about that. Good night, everybody. See you next week. Love you all so much. Keep your head in your clouds. Keep your head in your clouds? No. Keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on... Oh, maybe tomorrow night I'm going to do the UFC thing. Maybe. We'll see. Possibly. You'll see a thumbnail. If you see a thumbnail with me and some sort of UFC, I don't know. We'll see. I might do it. I kind of want to. I've been wanting to for a while. So maybe join me tomorrow night for the heck of it. If I'm live. If I'm not live, that means I decided not to do it. But I might do it. I just might. You never know. Kind of an enigma. That's not how you use that word. But I do know how to use this word. Good night. Bye. See you later.